Piece of copper pipe that's not blocked is not magnetic. So if you get a magnet, it's always handy to have a magnet in your kit or on your van. See, we can't pick this copper pipe up. But then if we take the badly blocked piece of copper pipe there, the magnet actually sticks to it enough for us to lift that pipe up, because the contents, the iron oxide inside that pipe, is magnetic. So if we take that to this, when this was in the system, before we even drained it down, if we were trying to identify the fault, take your magnet, and if it sticks to the copper pipe, because obviously we can't see inside it until we cut it open, but that magnet sticking there, it tells us we've got a blockage there as well. Look, so strong we can lift it. This bit here, there isn't a blockage, so the magnet just falls off. So you can tell between there, magnet fall off, and there the magnet sticks on, we've identified a blockage. So you could use that on a live system, show your customer, say, yeah, I think there's a blockage. You can have an educated guess where the blockage is going to be, somewhere on these elbows, and you can prove it with your magnet. What's up guys, happy Sunday. Thanks for tuning in to my latest video, The Life of a Jobbing Plumber. If you don't already subscribe to the channel, please think about hitting the subscribe button. It really keeps me motivated to make more videos as I see my subscribers go up, and will help towards my 100,000 subscribers goal before Christmas. I'm only joking, just subscribe if you want to. So the video is sponsored by Power Tool Mate. If you have some power tools, check them out. Use my discount code PB5. And we've got very soon coming the Apprentice Toolkit, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And Velocity Pro Gear tool bags. Now, a bit of inside information, coming before Christmas. I've never put my bags on sale before, but there's going to be a discount code for a period of time in Christmas coming soon, which I'll announce on my YouTube, Instagram and everywhere else, so keep an eye out for that. So if you didn't know, if you've not watched the videos before, various jobs from my working week, whatever I've been getting up to, things that I think you'll find interesting. So I hope you enjoy this week's video. And you might have noticed a few people have commented saying I seem to be in good spirits, because sometimes I come in here and have a moan, but I am feeling really good at the minute. If you saw my story post in the week, I have got some goals that I've set myself for March. So March is my 40th birthday next year, and I've set myself some goals. So I'm quite into my fitness, but normally I just lift. But I've been sort of set myself these goals of running a 5k in 20 minutes. Previously my 5k PB was 25 minutes. I've managed to get that down to 22 minutes and 13 seconds. That's my best so far. So I'm about 2 minutes off my goal. So I've got till March to get that. I want to be able to do a muscle up unassisted. Well, a few muscle ups unassisted. So I'm working towards that. And I want my body fat to be below 10% at a certain body weight. So I've got these things that are keeping me motivated in the gym, and it's keeping me in good spirits. So what I might do, because I did drop the meal prep videos in, if anyone's interested in like a workout video or anything like that, kind of branching out from the plumbing stuff, let me know, because I might consider doing something like that. But if you're just here for the plumbing, that's what you're going to get. So I hope you enjoy this week's video. Forgot to mention, you might or might not know, I do a podcast now, and this week's episode we've got Mark from MJ Tiff on. So I'll leave the link to the podcast in the description. Please check it out, subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, and you can also listen to it on Spotify, etc. Next job's a pump swap. Mark is using his PB jobbing bag.
Obviously.
He took the PB off. So we've got a pump in there.
Some pump valves. And then we're going to go and alter some pipework as well.
Just enough kit to do the job in the jobbing bag. Bit of a tighter squeeze, but that air separator there is blocked. So we'll cut it out and alter the pipework a bit. It's having a new pump as well, is it?
Yeah, I thought, well, I've got it drained down. It's been leaking, look, on that pump valve, so I was going to just put something. Just a lot's leaking on the pump valve, so I thought, while I'm doing it, put some new pump valves on it.
So we're going to drain it from, believe it or not, this drain cock that's been used as an air pep straight into that sink. It's not made for the job. Marcus is the only bloke I know who uses footprints, but also a Leatherman for pretty much everything.
Just working, isn't it? Yeah.
It's just coming now, I can hear it. There we go. Right, so cold feed in, so that cold water comes from the tank above. That's the vent, and then you've got the flow through the pump, flow from the boiler. So it comes along here, goes through there, like slows it down so the air can come out, and then it's pumped around the system. So I'm going to cut this, cut this, cut this, have a look at that, and then we're going to repipe it. So I've cut it here, cut it here, cut the cold feeder. It's got a drip stopper in because there is a little bit of drippage going on. Let's move that into that position. So just to give you a sneak preview, obviously I've got to cut the vent pipe out, but this is how badly blocked it is. See that? So this is the pipe down to the pump. I can feel it, just the weight of it in my hand. I know it's blocked. That's one of the worst I've seen. So flip this upside down. Goes right down to where it goes into the pump. Just got the internal of that pipe, look how clean it is. The actual bore hole's like a 15mm. Perfectly round. It's amazing, isn't it? So Marcus is going to now put the new pump in. We'll reconnect this pipework and then obviously show the customer how badly blocked it was and recommend it's flushed. Just to give you a comparison, there's the internal of a 22mm pipe, there's the internal of our block pipe. Okay, so that's pipework done, pumps in, but it's upside down, so just got to spin that, which if you've never done that before, undo these four, and we'll just turn the head. Got these isolated, the system's full now, but the pump valves are isolated, so there's no water in here. Obviously, if you did this with water on it, you would flood the place. Okay, I'm just going to spin that the right way up and fix that in place. So that's the pump head spun. Going to open the valves now. A little tip for you: if you keep the head off an old gate valve, you can use that to open your pump valves quicker than a pair of grips or whatever you normally use. Just got to plug it in. Hot water on. show you the inside of the old pump.
See what state it is.
Crack it open like a coconut or chocolate orange. Oh, nice.
It's still bubbling.
What does that remind you of?
Chocolate starfish.
So this is the air separator of the job. It's still got the sticker on, which is handy. So you can see this one's our flow in from the boiler. This is our flow out where the pump was down here. And then we've got the cold feed going in that 15mm pipe there, and then the vent coming out the top. Now what I wanted to show you that I didn't show you on at the time at the job because it didn't register with me because we're trying to get done, to be honest. So a piece of copper pipe that's not blocked is not magnetic. So if you get a magnet, it's always handy to have a magnet in your kit or on your van. See, we can't pick this copper pipe up. But then if we take the badly blocked piece of copper pipe there, the magnet actually sticks to it enough for us to lift that pipe up, because the contents, the iron oxide inside that pipe is magnetic. So if we take that to this, when this was in the system, before we even drained it down, if we were trying to identify the fault, take your magnet, and if it sticks to the copper pipe, because obviously we can't see inside it until we cut it open, but that magnet's sticking there, it tells us we've got a blockage there as well. Look, so strong we can lift it. This bit here, there isn't a blockage, so the magnet just falls off. So you can tell between there, magnet fall off, and there the magnet sticks on, we've identified a blockage. So you could use that on a live system, show your customer, say, yeah, I think there's a blockage. You can have an educated guess where the blockage is going to be, somewhere on these elbows, and you can prove it with your magnet. That should help some of you. I was going to cut this open and show you the inside, but then I remembered I've actually got a video off my Instagram, an old video that I did cutting one open, so I'll show you that now. What's up guys, it's PB. This is an air separator I took off an open vent system last week, so I thought I'd do a video on how it works in 60 seconds. So this is our primary flow from the boiler, this is our expansion and vent pipe, and this is our flow to the system. The pump's just here. So the water comes up from the boiler and enters this chamber. Because this chamber's wider than the pipework, when the water enters here it slows down. Because it's slowed down, it gives the air in this side a chance to gather at the top and go out the vent. The water then carries on with the air removed into the pump, which means a longer life for the pump and a quieter system. This pipe here is the cold feed, which is where the water is introduced to the system. If you've ever wanted to look inside one, I've cut this one in half. I've had a right afternoon, I had a flat tyre, I got stuck in the snow, absolutely freezing cold, had to roll the van home, took me an hour, and I've still not uploaded my YouTube video, I've not even finished editing it, and it is 6:25 on Sunday night. So again, I wanted to show you this book, RD Traylor Plumbing 4th edition book, because it's great, and it's got a section on fully pumped systems, with a diagram of that air separator that we've just looked at. That's a 3-pipe one and there's a 4-pipe one there. And it just shows you pump position on the system for negative, positive, and how it pump position and the cold feed inlet affects the system pressure and whether it will pump over the vent or suck in from the tank. There's a nice paragraph here explaining about it, but basically, because we cut that one out, I just wanted to show you here that if the vent pipe connection is within 150mm of the cold feed connection, the vent will also be located at the neutral point, and as a result, no problem should occur regarding pumping water over or sucking air in. So if you do remove one of these, you have to make sure that where your cold feed inlet is and your vent outlet is within 150mm of each other, so you don't have issues. And the other thing I wanted to show you, it's Black Friday, which is almost over, but there's still time. If you want to get your own radiator keys, there's my logo on that one. There's Marcus's with his phone number on. They're great for giving out to customers after you've finished a job, promote your business. You can put your company logo on there, email address, whatever you want. The company that makes these stickers and that has got a Black Friday sale on that's on till Monday lunchtime, so there's still time, you can get money off. They do these, those work mats, document folders, business cards, anything that you can get your company logo on, stickers and that do, clothing, the lot. So you might want to take advantage of their Black Friday sale, but like I said, it's only on until tomorrow lunchtime. I'll put a link to his website in the description. So last week I showed a thermal imaging camera, and someone in the comments said you don't need to spend money on a thermal imaging camera, just use your hand. And that is true, but they are great for showing your customer. So this long radiator is cold at the bottom, hot at the top, which I can obviously feel with my hand and the customer can feel with his hand. But I'm going to show him now the before and after. So there's the heat at the top and it's cold at the bottom. I'm going to flush this radiator out manually, and then I'm going to show him the difference using the camera. So this rad is too big, too long for me to take off on my own. The guy is in his 80s, so he's not going to be able to help me. It's one of the downsides of working on your own. But basically what I'm going to do is open each drain cock. I'm lucky that I've got a drain cock each side, and then run some fresh water through it. And as I'm doing that, I'm agitating it, banging the bottom of the radiator. What I'm hoping to achieve by doing this is any muck or debris that's stuck in the bottom, I'm freeing it up so it goes into the water that's then running out those hoses. So one tip I will give you, if you ever undo a drain cock to drain down, especially on older ones, is remove the washer. Because you don't want to, at the end of the job, when you're packing your kit up just about to leave, see one weeping and have to drain the whole system down again. That's the one off the left hand side drain cock. That was stuck inside. I had to get a screwdriver jammed in to release that. This one came out, but it's absolutely rock hard. I couldn't get it off just using my finger. So they just perish, they go brittle. You can see it there, fell to bits. So always change the washers. I keep them in my little washer tub, so I've always got one on me. So that's my top tip for this job. And I'll just show you this again because people always ask me. This is a HVAC wrench. If you order one offline, off eBay, Mastercool or JVac, make sure you get the one with the 5/16 size, because that's the one you'll need for doing drain cocks. And that's just a ratchet. Have you ever seen a roof space this small? So it's just the picture of the roof there. That's the header tank for the heating. And then got 1, 2, looks like 4 or 5 small header tanks in line for the hot water. Never seen anything like it. So I've worked on a radiator. I've got an airlock, or I've got a blockage on that air separator. So I'm going to bung the tank, put a valve in there and just see if that's blocked. And that all depends on whether I can get my arm in here to put my bung in there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach down far enough. I'm currently trying to guess whereabouts. I think it's just there. Oh, I think I've got it. Yeah, I've got it. Okay. So now I should be able to cut this. I'm going to have to cut it because I've got a socket there. Oh, fucking hell. Up here somewhere. And then see if I can jam something down there too, if it's blocked there. So I've cut that, and then that's just what is in that pipe. It should stop when it hits the bung. And hopefully not empty that full header tank that's above my head. Okay, so I've got that valve on, so we know, as if I open that, we know we've got water there, so the blockage is definitely somewhere here. Probably down here though, so I'm going to put something down the pipe to try and dislodge it. You're going to have to take my word for this, but I've just tried to blow down this pipe and I cannot blow. So there's definitely a blockage somewhere there. So we'll stick something down it and then we'll try and blow through it again, see if we can clear it. Right, I couldn't clear it. Now, If I had time, I'd just repark this whole thing, but I've not. It's about 7 o'clock at night, I need to get gone. So I'm just gonna cut it bang in the middle of that section so I can probably, hopefully get a compression socket on there. So I'm gonna guess this is absolutely chock-a-block here. This always happens late at night when you're having a bad day. Look at that. That feels like, if you got a cat, it feels like a fur ball. That's random. So that should be clear now. You know, when things are going bad for you and they just get worse and worse. Didn't even have a 15mm compression socket on the van, so I've had to use a gate valve. So that's connected now. So I'm just going to take the bung out of the tank and then we'll open that up and hopefully we can fill the system and I can go home. Okay. Okay, so we'll open this up, prepare for it to leak and piss out everywhere because that's how it's going at the minute. Okay, that tank filled. That's a good sign. No weeps, that's a good sign. Right, I can fill the system. So yeah, this little job turned into a right ball ache, but I got it done. And then at the end of the job, I was able to show the customer the difference from the start to the finish. So you can see here using the thermal imaging. So I'll put the temperature target on. Top of the rad, 42, and the bottom of the rad is high 30s, low 40s. So it's massive improvement, and I can show the customer that to show what I've done has worked. Obviously he can feel it with his hand, but it's nice to be able to prove it with the use of a thermal imaging camera. I don't have any luck with tyres, but today's been a nightmare. So finished the gym at 4, then wanted to drive home and finish editing my YouTube video to upload it. And as soon as I started driving, well, about 5 minutes down the road, the tyre went bang, split on the inside. So I was stuck, it was snowing, freezing cold, no one to help me. Didn't have a spare on the van because I just have bad luck with tyres, and the spare's been in, and it's, yeah, I have a nightmare with tyres. So I rolled back home at like 2 miles an hour. It took me an hour and it's completely ruined it. Your finger in the whole tyre there. So yeah, that was my night. I made my YouTube upload really late.
Yo, what's happening? It's Billy the Kid. This is my fucked up story. I got loads, but this one's a good one because it's a chain of events that could have led to something more serious. And you'll go, what? You'll never make those mistakes. They're basic. They were made. I've learned from them. Everybody will make mistakes. It's how you learn from them and if you remember them or not. But this one was an install. There was 3 of us, all the same age, all jack the lads, no one taking control, tipped up to site late, so straight away we're already on the back foot. We reversed this transit van up, half on this bloke's path, half on the lawn. Nice lawn, 3-storey townhouse. Fighter pilot he was, so he was out deterring Russians, and we'd just gone in his proper John Lewis house as well, white carpets, you know. Got there, power match, you're like, oh, down 3 sites, we got to make this easier somehow. Right, Vogue out the box, flat pack the Vogue box, Power Max on, slide it down, winner, we'll be done by lunch, we'll be in the boozer. Anyway, we've slid it down, and the red and the black ink has come off the packaging as we've slid it down, so all of his stairs have just got like streaks down them. And we're like, Joe, get the Tesco bill, get some carpet cleaner, that Dr. Urtka stuff. So I've jumped in the van, I'm not going anywhere, I'm chewed this bloke's law rights out. This trench is deep, like there's Germans fighting out of it, it's that deep. front of his house is just pebble dashed with dirt and mud and grass and his fucking grandma's flowers. You're just like, no. Anyway, do that. Clean the carpet, clean the house. Day's virtually gone. Just by trying to fix all the mistakes we've made. Lash this boiler on the wall. I've been sent up in the loft. I don't know what I'm doing up in the loft. Bloody hell, I was in the army a week ago. Anyway, he's like, do the flue and hurry up. So I'm just like, that'll do. Anyway, left him with hot water, come back the next day and he goes, oh, I didn't get much of the boiler, started faulting and gurgling and blah, blah, blah. Don't worry, we'll sort it out. So, but Bill, get up there, finish off the condensate pump run. Got there, flue not attached. I hadn't bracketed it. I hadn't put it at the right angle. I hadn't tapped it. And it had just fallen down and created like a little trap. And then I got myself thinking, if we didn't mess up during the day and we got that job done in the day, and I was up in the loft and they had faith in me because I was a qualified engineer and I should have known what I was doing, that, you know what I mean, it could have been fatal, couldn't it? That boiler was above a bedroom, so you just never know. Leaking down through the loft hatch, and I was just like, felt sick. But it just goes to show, if you don't know, you need to ask. Like, you can't know everything. Even if you're a crowbag in a game, you need to ask and you need mentoring and you need told how to do it, and that's how you will learn. And just unorganisation. If you're going to go in unorganised, it's just going to escalate and you will make those fatal mistakes and it'll just all look chip shop on the whole day and the whole install can go in the bin and you'll get that reputation of the bin boys. Anyway, have a good one. Have a good Christmas.